wear the kippahs, is there anything that is specific for women to wear? Do they wear kippahs, or?
It's more of a head covering, and what I mean by that, some women partake in that, some women do not. But in the Bible, a woman's hair is known as her beauty and glory. And when, like for example, if she is married, women usually wear a scarf or a veil of some sort. They will wear, some even actually wear wigs. But it's pretty much saying that she is dedicated and committed to her husband, and for them to see her in her most rarest and raw form, that is only in the eyes of her husband and not for everyone else to look at, if that makes sense. But that is not a requirement at my congregation. Some women wear these scarves, some women do not. But also, though, there is also a head covering, which both men and women use during prayer, and I do use that.
Okay, so I know there's some religions that don't, they don't like for the women to cut their hair or wear makeup or have any kind of piercings or anything like that. Is there anything like that in your congregation?
Yes and no. It's not looked down upon, but I mean, women can fashion their hair as well as they like. Women can, and men both, can pierce themselves. To me, if you do that, it is a form of expression, and I feel that people should be free to express themselves. There are certain significances due to certain piercings on the body. For example, I know that in the Old Testament, when the wealthy and the elite had slaves, to trademark your slave, it was almost a form of branding. They would pierce your nose. So if you had your nose pierced, in those times it meant that you were a slave. But I mean, it's not looked down upon in my congregation. If you do have pierced ears or whatnot, or you have short or long hair, we love and accept everybody for who they are. But however, in some Orthodox congregations, it may be looked at a bit differently.
Okay. I think we're almost finished. The last thing I think I want to ask you is, you do speak Hebrew, right?
Sure.
Do you care to speak Hebrew?
What would you like me to say?
Is there a special prayer or something that you say at church?
Oh, yeah.
At congregation?
No, you're fine. There are several. The most famous prayer is the Shema. And what it says is, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your might. Take these commandments which I give you today, and reflect them upon yourself. Post them on the doorposts of your houses and upon your gates, and love your neighbor as yourself." And that is a huge, huge prayer. It is supposed to be said when you go to bed and when you wake up. But just to say a short segment of that, in Hebrew it is Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, V'rum Shel Chavot Melchut Alei Olam Vayed. Amen.
Thank